Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're tuning in, everybody. It's Rod with POW Group. We're going to get started here in just a moment. What a day! I don't even know if I know my first name today. It's absolute madness. Someone tell Tilray to stop being so popular. Uh, we're going to get started here. Just give it another half a minute or so, a bit of a last minute live stream. Want to be go as quickly as possible today, so we'll get started here momentarily. Let us know where you're tuning in from. All right, I see we have a ton of people joining. We're going to get started here in about 15 seconds. All right, welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with POW Group. It is Thursday, October 9th, Tilray earnings day. So one of those days where you're just completely just pulled in every direction. When you're running a YouTube channel that's primarily focused on Tilray brands, it's one of those days where even on a down day, it's pretty crazy, but especially on a day where you have a great report and return to profitability, earnings, the technical glitch. I was trying to get all that sorted out, made sure I got the full one posted for everybody. And yeah, wanted to come on and do just an in-depth review and a live stream, get a feel for what everybody had to say about the earnings report. What were your thoughts and opinions? What stood out to you as your biggest takeaway, positive, negative? Also the conference call. I'll go over some of my favorite highlights from everything as well. Before we do, though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe. Tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I do own Tilray in my portfolio. It's my largest MJ portfolio holding. For the longest time, people said, this guy's crazy. What is he doing buying Tilray? And even the quote-unquote experts couldn't find anything good about Tilray, but watch. It's probably going to be the biggest company in the sector. Nothing to see here. It's only going to become the biggest company in the whole entire MJ space. Definitely top five, in my opinion, like almost 100% certainty. Probably 95% chance it's top three, and then maybe like a 80 to 90% chance it's the number one when it's all said and done. Follow us over on X as well, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as one of my platforms of choice going forward. And speaking of X, you can see here the POW Algo Alerts. That's a new service that we launched here on our channel as well. And you can actually take advantage. There's been a ton of Tilray buy alerts that were going off today, so love to see that. And like I said, just an absolute crazy day with everything going on. I had to go over to my Airbnb. There was a couple things that I needed to fix over there, and yeah, it's just, you're running an investment community. We got nearly 100 people in there and a YouTube channel, and it's just insane how much excitement and activity there was today. And I'm still not even caught up. I told people this morning it was going to be at least 3 or 4 hours, and it was like every time an hour passed, I was 2 hours behind. So maybe tonight we'll get caught up. I'm on 2 boards as well on my condos, and I've got a board meeting here in 40 minutes. So I got to hurry up. And yeah, I still got to take my dog for a walk. It's a crazy day. I get my daughter from daycare. Yeah, if people did 10% of what I did today, I think you'd be just your head would be spinning. You can see our MJ Herald posted just recently here, getting lots of attention. Tilray Brands post $210 million in quarterly revenue, which was a record for Q1, and that returned to profitability as well. Tilray Brands has reported record first quarter fiscal 2026 results, achieving $210 million in net revenue and posting net income of $1.5 million. So they beat in terms of EPS and revenue. I mentioned this in the live stream today. They had $209.5 million, and we were expecting 204 and change. It was just under 205 was expected, and then negative 0.033 for EPS, and we came in at flat. So we did have slightly positive net income, but EPS was 0.00. So we had a big beat in terms of revenue and EPS. And like I said, return to profitability. But you can see, I'm not going to go through everything again. I'm not going to read the entire press release. Most people already have done that. Just go over some of the key highlights, but obviously balance sheet strengthened to $265 million in cash, net debt reduced to $4 million, and gross revenue, adult use MJ gross revenue increased 12%, maintaining number one position in revenue and expanding market share. International MJ grew 10% year over year, and they paid, I think it was, let me just see here, in excise tax, it was $23 million, 23.224 million. So imagine if we had some sort of reform. I think the budget is scheduled for next month in Canada, but not holding my breath. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. Great. If not, then these companies aren't reliant upon it, right? They're not depending on excise tax reform to be successful. And we've already been seeing that with a lot of operators that are really starting to post great margins here in Canada and really start to turn a page. And Tilray's being one of them. But we'll go through, let me know some of your highlights here. Again, the gross margin overall, it was pretty decent. It's just the fact that the distribution business kind of hurt us a little bit. So you have your beverage, you have your MJ segment, distribution, wellness, and then your total. So for beverage, it was 41% gross margin adjusted. And then we had 40% for MJ, which is pretty decent, 12% distribution, and 32% wellness, overall 30%. That was August 31st, 2024. So that was just comparing, yeah. So here we go. This is the August 31st, 2025. So it was 38 beverage, 36 MJ, 11 distribution, 32 wellness, for a total of 27%. It was 36% up compared to the prior year. But if you look at distribution, 11%, we were on average around 35%, which isn't too bad. So net income, like I said, 1.5 million. And if we scroll down here, see if there's any other highlights that I wanted to mention. I'll go through some of my highlights as well from the conference call, which are more than likely going to be, I don't want to repeat myself, so I'll just kind of save some of that here for just a moment. But again, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. What was your biggest takeaway? And we had the SEC filings. I didn't see the MD&A, and there was nothing on Edgar, and I didn't see anything on CEDAR as well. Let's just see if it has it on here now. I was going to review that and see if it was on there before the stream, but it was just one of those days where I had absolutely no time. And I want to take a look at the chart here as well. And we closed the day at 210, and obviously Tilray leading the charge today, up over 22% at the close. But yeah, it's funny to see all the quote-unquote experts finally start to come around on Tilray. And like, same thing happened with Oxley, too. Everybody thought Oxley was garbage. And, you got all the value investors. They're a little late to the party, but, all they have to do is just apologize to the host, because we've been here for a long time, and we don't have to apologize to the host. We're pretty much hosting the party at this point, so they should apologize to us. And it's pretty... Oh, it is on here now. All right, so apologies, I didn't get a chance to review it, but I'll just bring it up here real quick. How many pages is it? Oh, it's 22. That's not too bad. All right, well, POW Group community, if you want to go and review the MD&A, let me know if there's anything that stood out in that, but I'll probably review it a little bit later on here. But it wasn't on there earlier when I checked, but it is now. And so I'll go through some of my highlights here from the conference call. So July, August, and September. He mentioned on the conference call, Erwin Simon said August and September traded over 1 billion. It was actually July as well. So if you look at June, it was 584 million shares. July was 1.04 billion. August was 1.87 billion, almost 2 billion shares traded. And September was 1.38 billion shares traded. So the month of August was the highest volume on record. 1.87 billion with a B, as in boy. That's insane to think. Wow. So big old inverse head and shoulders here potentially on the monthly time frame. And if this were to confirm, just as a quick estimate, you'd be looking at like a move up to roughly 18 bucks, 19 bucks if that were to happen, this inverse head and shoulders. But yeah, there's a lot of lot of things here on the chart, but I wanted to zoom in because it's on the lower level time frame. So we had the daily bull flag, weekly bull flag, and then an hourly bull flag. So when you have that much confluence, it's giving you more confidence that we're going to see more upside. So we have our low, high, the bounce. As long as we hold $2, really, I think that's the most important factor. And then we'll be looking at a move up to 283 if this hourly bull flag confirms. So break 232, hourly bull flag's confirmed. We target 283. The daily bull flag is 258, and the weekly bull flag is 290. So a lot of confluence in that area that we should be at 260, 290 in a very short order. And VFF actually confirmed 3 weekly bull flags in a row. So Tilray, working on its first weekly bull flag, should be able to do it. But overall, high of the day today, we hit 232. And I mentioned yesterday that we had a daily bull flag and that we were favoring a bullish reaction based on that daily bull flag. As long as we held 151, it was a potential daily bull flag. And then once we broke 188 rather, that confirmed it. And the measured move was 258. And today we hit 232. So in terms of percentage away, we came within about 11.5%. So show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Never been more accurate. All right, so yeah, July, August, September traded over 1 billion shares in the month. They are looking to increase their footprint 3 times in the medical space over the next quarter. So think of like Germany and international. They're looking to 3 times their production and footprint. So they also achieved the largest Canadian operator by revenue again, and 4th largest craft beer leader in HD9 beverages. They're looking to expand international markets as well. Just checking my notes. So, for example, Beverage Highball and Runner's High, the non-alc, are looking to basically expand those internationally. So they created a dedicated team and focusing on international craft brand customers, etc. And they have growing demand for their American craft beer internationally, and they're exploring opportunities, including acquisitions and international manufacturing opportunities as well. So I'm from Canada. I would love to be able to get the Montauk and Sweetwater and all these other, they have the Mach 1, which is the non-alc and the spirits that are non-alc. But later on, those are going to be able to be infused with MJ, obviously. But I would love to get some of these craft beer brands in Canada, and Shock Top, the multi-pack, they said that one was really great. 16 brew pubs, I think it was. Number 1 in pre-rolls and flour in Canada. And Canada on-premise consumption for MJ drinks, etc., is really expected to be coming down the pipeline in the not-too-distant future. They mentioned that CC Pharma continues to grow revenue, increasing 9% year over year. They have access to 13,000 drugstores in the German market, already secured distribution partner in the UK for Highball Energy as well. Anybody who doesn't think that Tilray is valuable or has a value proposition, or doesn't see anything to like with Tilray, I would probably delete everything. I'd probably just stop listening to them and never listen to another word ever come out of their mouth ever again. You obviously don't know the sector, you don't know business, you don't know common sense, you don't know life. I don't even know if you know what day of the week it is if you don't know Tilray is valuable. 22 million ATM as well, like I mentioned. They raised about 22 million. I think that was the figure going off memory at this point. There was a lot going on in that call and going on today in my life, but I think it was 22 million ATM. So at the market, and they did that after the price rose above $1, which was great to see. So obviously not creating too much dilution, and like I said, getting back above $1, regaining NASDAQ compliance well above $1 now. So fully compliant with the NASDAQ minimum bid price rule. Looking good. Yeah, overall, we have the stochastic bullish. We're approaching that. I've said for a while now that we're probably going to be coming up on that 200 weekly moving average. A lot of our names were heading there in the sector. VFF just absolutely crushed past it. And Tilray, I said, probably going to do the same. And it's sitting at 250, and today we hit 232. So we're very close. And if we do something similar to what VFF did, then again, we'll probably be up around $3 or $4 in a hurry. And breaking to, we also had a golden cross, and then we just had the 100 and the 200-day moving average cross bullish as well. So yeah, love to see it. All right, I think that's pretty much it. I was just trying to think if there's anything else that I could remember. I'm sure there'll be some other things that come to mind, but I did pick up some molos on the way home from my Airbnb doing some work there, so I picked up some molos and going to celebrate after my condo meeting tonight, the board meeting with my condo. It's probably going to be a long one because yeah, it's anytime we do these condo meetings, these board meetings, especially I'm on 2 condo boards, but this one's like 347 units, and it's always crazy busy. It's like 4 or 5 hour long meeting, and I've literally been working since 5 a.m. this morning, and probably won't stop working till 10 or 11 at night. Like I said, if people did 10% of what I did today, I think your head would be spinning. But yeah, my condo, the condo that I'm on the board with, I'm going to tonight. I own 3 condos in that unit, or in that condominium complex, and it's actually in the process of being sold to an investor. So, long story short, they're looking to buy our whole condominium complex of 347 units. And yeah, I bought like 3 condos in the last few years, and one I bought about a year and a half ago for $58,000, 2-bedroom, 2-bath on the penthouse floor. In downtown Edmonton for $58,000 Canadian. That's less than a Tesla cost. Do the math. What's that, like 40 million USD? And yeah, probably going to get close to $200,000 for it a year and a half later if this sale goes through. So yeah, looking forward to it. It should be good. Yeah, got 3 condo units in this one. I got 2 other condos in another unit and 2 other units in another condo that I use as short-term rentals. Airbnb, Booking.com, Vrbo, and then I have 3 in the other condo that I'm living in. One I live in, 2 I rent out long term. So, yeah, needless to say, my life has been absolutely crazy busy, and my daughter's approaching on that 2-year-old mark. So, what do they say about the 2s, the TTs? All right, so jumping into the chat here, let's just read up here. Let's go, pal. You bet. Let's go. Thanks for joining, Jam. We got Let's Go Tilray. Absolutely. It's going. A little bit of a breather there today, but like I said, hourly bull flag looks possible into tomorrow. What's going on, pal family? Welcome, Strone. You got New Jersey in the house. Nice. What's with the after hours movement? Am I seeing this right? Down 6%. Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about after hours. Yeah, we're down 5.71% at 198. I mean, yesterday we closed at 172 and we're at 198. So if you look at the close from yesterday to where we are after hours, we're still up 15%. So no major red flags. And I'll take it. We were also just at 35 cents not too long ago. So no complaints here. I'm not selling anytime soon. If you haven't seen my Tilray exit video, just type in on YouTube, PAL Group, Tilray exit, and it'll come up. There's my exit plan with price levels, etc. Got Muncie, Indiana in the house. Very nice. Tilray doesn't offer dividends. No, they do not. Once they have no debt and they're profitable, they're returning to profitability, but they still have debt. So once they have no debt, then they're probably going to be doing dividends. If not for 280E, Boris Jordan, CEO of Cureleaf, said that they would probably already be paying a dividend and believes that these MJ companies are going to be high cash flowing businesses and dividends will be very popular in the sector. So yeah, Cureleaf and Tilray probably definitely going to be doing a dividend at some point, in my opinion. But no, not yet. Conviction is a powerful tool. Yep. Well, I put my mouth where my money where my mouth is as well. Tilray is my number 1 holding. How many people have been bashing them over the last few years, and you know, PTSD, whatever it is, just so funny. You see all these experts in the space that say they know everything about this sector, and they think Tilray's garbage or something, and you're like, I will never listen to another word that ever comes out of your mouth. I mean, if you just did 5 seconds worth of research, you would know that Tilray is probably the most attractive in the space, and everybody wants to be like Tilray. Everybody said, beverages, what about these beverages? They're not going to be big, right? Maybe 1 to 2% of the category. Now, every MSO has beverages, and every LP is getting into beverages, and it's beverages. It's so funny. But, you know, so there's always going to be people on the struggle bus, right? So it's okay. We'll buy our they'll pump our bags later, and they'll all come by and at like $5-10, and then you'll have a whole new wave of, oh, Tilray at $100 is cheap, right? And we'll be just sailing, you know, into the sunset. So you need those people on the struggle bus because we need those people to buy our shares at $100 once it gets there, right? Down quite a bit after hours. Big run today. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to go in a straight line forever, and it's the stock market. Things go up, they go down, they go up a lot, they go down a bit, they go up more, they go down a lot, they go up a bit, they go down a little bit more, then they go up again. Up, down, sideways. Nothing's ever straight up or straight down. You got Fort Dodge. Is that? Oh, I keep losing my spot in the chat. Yeah, Fort Dodge, Iowa. Nice. Never been. David Benz, hey Rod, too bad we are dropping after hours, still rocking gains with a basis of 177. Did I hear Simon right when he said that their distribution segment is entirely CC Pharma? 74 million in revenues there. Yes, I believe so. Yeah, and they said 13,000 pharmacies just in the German market. They are sitting on a good amount of cash as well. Yeah, 260. What was it? 264. 265 million. What about that gap up? Most gaps filled, right? Yeah, generally, yeah, but it does. It could get filled in a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple days. There's no real set time for that, but yeah, it's not really a big gap anyway, and it's different. Like let me just show you on the chart here. So when there's a gap. When we were just at 188 and we pull back and then there's a gap right around that same area, there's not really much of a gap, right? We hit 188 and then the low of the day today was 193. So we have a 5-cent gap. That's not really that, yeah, we might come back to 188, 187 into tomorrow potentially, but yeah. At this point, who cares, right? If we go down to 180, 170, we were just at 35 cents not too long ago, right? Back in June, and I remember telling everybody that Tilray has no business being down at 35 cents, 500 million market cap, and we're now at 2.33 billion. At the high of the day today, we probably hit 2.5 billion. And folks, this thing's going to 50 billion. It's probably going to go to 100 billion, probably going to go to 150 billion, maybe even more. And we're only at 2.3. And we're going to 100 billion or more. Oh, we're so early, folks. Who cares, really? Who cares? We're up. Even the price was up 22% at the close today. It really makes no difference to me. I'm not selling anytime soon, and I know what to hold. And they also said there could potentially, with rescheduling in the U.S. and all these opportunities that it would present with medical. They said in my interview with Irwin Simon, he said that he could be in the medical market in 60, 90 days in the U.S. He could be in the beverage segment if MJ beverages were a thing, not just HD9. I could be in that in 60 to 90 days. So if we get rescheduling, they also said that it could lead to a potential acquisition. So they might even look to acquire, maybe in the pharmaceutical sector, maybe they acquire a partner with a pharmaceutical company. Wouldn't that be something in the U.S.? They did an S3, but it's just a shelf, I believe. Yeah, it just came out not too long ago. I think it was 50 million or something. I FOMO Tilray today call option. Yeah, just be cautious with options, right? When something's down 99% from all-time highs, I'd rather just own the common shares versus trying call option, any kind of options. Especially if you're buying. Selling's one thing, collect the money, collect free premium money for nothing, great. But if you're buying calls or puts, risk of total loss, why do that when you're down 99% in the best company in the sector, right? Why not just buy Tilray Brands common shares when you're down 99% from all-time highs and just sit on it, hold on it, wait 5-10 years, and $1,000 could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. $56 million shelf for S3, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, I think. I hope not too concerned. And they also said they're paying down debt, and I think they exchanged some of their convertible notes. And like I said, ATM I think was 22 million, but it was when the share price rose above $1. But overall, their net debt is decreasing heavily, and yeah, they're well underway with a great balance sheet. Return to profitability, like I said, late 2026 and 2027. This company isn't going to look anything like it does today. Every analyst, every value investor will be coming for this. They'll be screaming about how amazing this is. It's going to be the Amazon of the MJ sector, folks. Just wait. Just wait 1-2 years, you'll come back and you'll thank me, say, oh my God, I'm so happy I listened to you. I have no doubt, right? If you've done thousands and thousands of hours of research into this sector, right? Most people just put on their expert hat and claim to be experts, but are you boots on the ground? Are you going to have you tried every single product of all these LPs? Have you gone to every single retail location? Have you looked at, all the balance sheets? Have you looked at all the presentations? Have you interviewed these CEOs? Have you, studied the charts? Have you studied the company's fundamentals day after day after day? This is literally all I do all day long, 8 hours a day. So, at least 4 or 5 hours a day for the last, 8 years. So yeah, I put in my 10,000 hours for sure. And yeah, Tilray, like I said, no doubt in my mind. Tilray and Cureleaf, I think it's the Tilray and Cureleaf show. It's going to be a battle between those two, who are the biggest. But who knows? Maybe one day they'll merge, and I'll get my wish. That's my number one wish in MJ. Let's go. Mr. Mankey is in the house. 51.6. There we go. I hope to smoke these options. Yeah, good luck. Wish you well. I'm invested in Oxley. No more moolah. Yeah, I'm in Oxley too, and they're definitely not nearly as big of a position as my Tilray position, but yeah, I'm very bullish on Oxley as well. Condos are bad. Okay. They might be bad, but you can make money with just about anything if you are looking in the right spot and know what you're doing. Most people don't know what they're doing and look in the wrong spot, so no wonder they lose money. But yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. Condos in Canada have been depreciating for the last like 15 years, but what do we know about any kind of asset when it's going down for 4, 5, 6 years? Can't go down forever. And yeah, condos in Edmonton cost less than a Tesla. Okay, I'll buy it up. I'll buy their fear. I hope everyone is having a great evening. You as well, Justin. Let's go Team Tilray. I gotta start wrapping it up here though. I'm gonna go through this a little bit quicker here. Actually, they can be very nice for certain individuals. Yeah, I like the low maintenance, etc. Used to own a house, 4-bedroom house by myself, and it was just, yeah, overkill. But looking to buy a house again soon. But yeah, cheap but nice. Yeah, it depends. There's certain condos in Toronto going for like $500,000 for like a 1-bedroom. It's insane. Huge congrats on the condo, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, my Airbnb condo is crazy. My expenses for like the month are like $1,000, and in the busy season in like August, I can get like $4,000 a month for it. So that's like $3,000 a month cash flow. It's like $1,000 expenses, $4,000 income. It's like probably the best investment ever. Plus, you're benefiting from the appreciation of the value of the condo. I bought it for $120, and I've got it on the market for I think $170, and I've had quite a few bites so far. I'm not letting it go for any less than $160. But I've got 2 of them now, so I was like, maybe I'll let go of one. We'll see. But can't go wrong with real estate. Work, work, work. That's a good ethic to have. Yeah, family, work, friends, play. I work hard, but I play hard too. You should, or maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't come play. So, yeah. Yeah. We work hard, but we play harder over here. Do you think, what is that? I thought that said S2. Do you think $2 can hold, or we moon back test to 170 to 190 mark? After hours, I'm not too concerned about. If we hold into $2 in tomorrow, I think that's the most important factor, and then that hourly bull flag would be a target of 283, like I said. It'll really depend on the sector. If the sector's red tomorrow, or the S&P 500 is down tomorrow, and the broader market, hard to say, right? Overall, we closed at the middle of the day today, so I would assume it's more than likely set up for like an inside bar into tomorrow, and just a tightening range probably set up, like I said, to open around the middle of today's range. So we might be just tightening up into tomorrow, but yeah, I'd say there's a decent chance that it holds. The fact that we're dipping after hours, not too concerned. I'm more concerned about the regular trading hours. Okay, broke even today. That's awesome. Yeah, my average is like 140, so I'm well in the green now. How about some leaps? Not for me, but good luck. Do you like Tilray? Do you think Tilray, is that what you meant to say, can hold $2 to $3 alone? If you'll schedule 3, we can see 5. Yeah, easily. I think we could hit $5 on a schedule 3. Rod, you're the best man. No, you, Justin. Thank you though. How much debt do they have left? If you know off the top of your head, I haven't had time to check. Let me just see here. I don't have a whole lot of time here. I got to go to my condo meeting here soon. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna have time to look at the balance sheet here. Now, reduced outstanding debt by 7.7 million. Current portion of long-term debt, 16 million. Long-term debt, 144 million. So yeah, about 144 million, not too bad. It's just long-term debt, but yeah, overall, not too bad at all. All right, Cruising through here. Tilray is the only GMP certified, which is used when pharma comes knocking. I don't know about that. There's lots of EU GMP. You mean EU GMP? Like there's quite a few of them. Certain jurisdictions or whatever, right? But like in Germany, you have to have a facility in Germany, right? It has to be grown in Germany. So, but yeah, there's lots of other ones as well. I see so many new videos on Tilray, all these people posting just because it's going up. They don't post videos when it's bleeding out. Only you, bro. True at heart. Love it, bro. Yeah, well, that's because people just don't want to look dumb. If share price is going down and people talk about it, then they look dumb, right? They only care about themselves. They don't care about other people. When people actually need the support is when the prices, they need the reassurance. When everybody's saying bankruptcy and it's garbage, that's when they need the reassurance the most. Anybody who's just coming out of the woodwork now, I would just say delete, never listen to them ever again because they're just greedy SOBs. But yeah, again, this is why we research. We don't just, share price is not indicative of a company's value, whether it's up or down, right? This is why we spend thousands and thousands of hours and research things. I don't need someone to tell me to buy Tilray or it's a good investment, right? I know this. I know more than anybody on planet. I probably know more about Tilray than Tilray. I've studied business. I've studied financial markets for 20 years. I know how they do this. I know what they do with every new sector, crypto and electric vehicles. They do the same thing with the .com. They do the same thing with every new burgeoning sector. And yeah, it's so funny. Like people come into crypto and MJ, and they're just very new people, right? And they don't understand how the finance works. But all right, I gotta go. Which country does Tilray operate in? They operate in over 22 countries. Let's go to their website. You can see it all there. I have 1,061 calls. Expires next week. Good luck. Big announcement. See you at $10, Rod. We got Vince in the house. Tilray prepping us for legalization. They need money for the next big move. How will he implement AI? They've already been implementing AI into their operations. I didn't hear anything about that today, though. I was surprised, but we did get the crypto news, so I forgot to mention that. I mentioned it earlier, but they have digital assets on the balance sheet as well. So they got about $1 million, $992,000 in digital assets. They said they bought Bitcoin. They're looking to accept it at their brew pubs and online e-commerce websites. They said they're going to be having that live soon, and they're looking at Ethereum and Solana as well. I think they should look at XRP. It's the best crypto. Tilray is the best MJ company, in my opinion, and XRP is the best digital asset. And Ripple will be the most valuable company on the planet. It'll be bigger than Amazon. It'll be bigger than Apple, Google, you name it. Write it down. Tilray will be the number one MJ company when it's all said and done. XRP will be the number one crypto, and Ripple will be the biggest company on the planet. All three of those things will come true. Just give it enough time, 5, 10, 20 years. Mark my words. All three of those things will come true. Zero doubt. I remember buying and selling penny stocks 10 years ago, both delisted. Yeah, you got to be careful with those. Damn straight. We're going to say, remember when it was at 35 cents? Trump does reform. Could boom alongside AI. Absolutely. Thanks for all that you do, man. No problem at all. Really appreciate it. Hope you and your family get everything that you deserve, bro. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Pretty much have everything that I ever need. So, yeah, humble, grateful, and just taking it day by day, right? Live in the moment. I concur. Been researching this industry for many, many years. They are the best bet. EU and THC hedge before US legalization. Yeah, so many adjacencies, right, with their distribution. They're just laying the foundation, right? They have all the distribution, all the network, all the partnerships, all the countries. And like Curaleaf said, if another MSO were to do what they did in the European footprint, to do what Curaleaf's footprint is right now for another MSO, it costs about $400 million. Guess how much Trulies has on their balance sheet? $400 million. So that's called dipping into their cash or diluting. And Tilray has a way bigger footprint than Curaleaf. So how much do you think that's a huge moat, competitive advantage, right? So how much do you think that's going to cost for these other peers in the space to do what Tilray does? Probably $1 billion, at least 500 to probably 600 to 750 million. So somewhere around 500 to 700 million, but maybe even upwards of $1 billion to replicate what Tilray has done internationally, right? That's very, very hard. That's going to be a very big barrier of entry. And even the beverage segment, right? Huge capex, very difficult to get into that space. And Tilray is just going to absolutely destroy it. I agree with you. I also have no doubt either. That's awesome. I need 300 more shares to reach 1,000. Very nice. Not too late to enter on Tilray. Absolutely not. In my opinion, not financial advice though. It's for entertainment purpose only. Latest filing says they sold 198 million worth of common stock, but now a 51 million ATM program, but they only have 250 million in cash. How does that work? They have 265 million in cash, but yeah, the ATM, they were selling 22 million over $1. I haven't fully dived into it yet. I saw the filing, but haven't had a chance to go into that or the MD&A yet, but maybe that'll be an update for the next video. Should wait for a pullback. The margin compression is a great sign. Isn't a great sign. Yeah, I mentioned that. It was just the distribution business. Their MJ gross margin is actually pretty good. Rod, hook me up with a Tilray shirt. Yeah, just go to palmerch.ca actually, or there'll be links for this in the description as well, or just go to palgroup.ca or pursuitofwealthgroup.com and then click on merch at the top. But yeah, palmerch.ca, and then you can just type in here Tilray, and you'll see all the shirts. Oh, my dog might not get to go outside here, but for this, yeah, there's someone just bought this the other day, actually, yesterday. Sweet, dope sweater here, hoodie. But yeah, you can check it all out. Or if you just go to the website, there'll be links, like I said, palgroup.ca, or links in the description. Then there'll be a link here at the top, merch. What do you think is going on with Tilray right now on the market? Bullish. More up. Hourly, daily, and weekly bull flags. So yeah, $260 to $3 should be in the cards here in the next not too distant future. I agree with you, just being curious. Thanks for the answer. I'm holding right through Schedule 3, looking for near 2021 highs on my MJ holdings. Nice. That's awesome, Brad. Pretty much right there with you. Thank you, Rod. Tilray King. best Tilray brands community on the planet. But don't worry, there'll be a lot of people coming out trying to be the best Tilray. But we know, right? We all know it's POW. Pursuit of Wealth. We're here not through the thick. We're here in the thick and the thin, not just when things start to go up, right? And we don't care about covering a stock whenever it's at 30 cents and it's down 90%, because we know that markets are irrational. Amazon dropped 95% in the .com days after the boom and bust. And just because a stock drops 95% doesn't mean there's no opportunity. But again, anybody who researched financial markets for longer than 5 minutes would know that. My man, gonna order that ASAP. Yeah, go ahead. It's all on there. There's tons of stuff on there. Appreciate the support. Margin dropped 300 basis points year over year. International growth wasn't material either. Love your vids. Just trying to point out concerns I have. Yeah, that's fine. Valid concerns. They did mention, though, that they're looking to 3x their international medical. So that should be music to your ears. We all need 4XL for all the money we're going to need the stuff in our clothing. That's awesome. Appreciate your work. There will be great long-term. Just feel bad for the $2 weekly call buyers today. Yep. Yeah, it's been moving slow since the up. I'm not sure what you mean by that. All right, going to end it there. Going to go try and take my dog outside real quick for a quick walk before my board meeting. And we shall talk to you soon. All right, it's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. Reviewing this after the live stream ended. Let me know your biggest takeaway from the earnings report and the conference call. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. All right, have a great night. We'll see you again soon.